Good morning, everyone. Saturday morning here. Gonna talk about a couple of people who are basically two major a-holes. And I got nothing against uh, people like them as far as their immutable characteristics. I mean, they both happen to be of a certain ancestry, and they both happen to have certain inclination as far as their likes in the sexual realm. I don't give a fuck about that. What I do care about is they're both a couple of assholes. So I'm talking about good old Jussie Smollett and Brittney Griner. Grimy. She's grimy. Anyways, I think everybody knows who Jussie Smollett is. He's the brother who apparently is some type of actor who was or is or used to be on some television show, I guess it was, third rate show. I never heard of him until he did his hoax. I mean, this guy, if you ask me, he's got the hatred in his heart, right? Because he apparently hates white people. He hates Trump supporters. So I guess earlier this week, he got his sentence handed to him for the race hoax he did. I mean, this guy, not only is he an a-hole, a narcissistic piece of crap, he's fucking stupid. I mean, he hired a couple of black dudes to pose as white dudes. I mean, he videotaped his rehearsal. He wrote these guys a check. Look at a moron. Anyways, he gets 150 days handed to him. And just asked him if he has any thing he'd like to say. And he starts spouting his BS that he's innocent and repeatedly, I'm innocent, I'm innocent, I'm innocent. Whatever, dude. You're not. You're guilty. You were found guilty in a court of law, and common sense tells us all that you're guilty of doing a race hoax. I mean, if this is such a racist, bigoted country, why do these jackasses have to stage all these hate crimes? You know, the only real hate crimes that seem to be prevalent are against Asian people. And the majority of those are being committed by black people. So, anyways, not only did Jussie Smollett scream and yell that he's innocent, and he's also screaming and yelling that he's not suicidal, and that if anything happens to him in jail, he didn't do it to himself. Dude, I don't think you have anything to worry about. The people that get knocked off in jail are people that have fucking the lowdown on the likes of the Clintons or other powers that be, but especially the Clintons. And the Clintons have left a trail of death and destruction. And I don't know, I think it's Hillary, Slick Willie's just out there diddling broads, right? Which is, I'm not saying that's not I mean, what's her name with the blue dress and the spunk all over it? She was an adult at the time, right? She's over 18. She was doing this stuff willingly, slobbing on Slick Willie's knob. So, you know, Was it a crime? No. Was it immoral? I'll leave that up to you to decide. You know, who was in the wrong there if it is immoral? Was it immoral for her? Was it immoral for Slick Willie? He was the married one. So is he in the wrong? I think most people would say yes. But, realistically, I don't know how him and old Hillary, they got one kid out of the deal, right? I don't think they had much sex besides that because I think old Hillary, I think she's probably like Miss Griner that I'm gonna talk about here in a bit, right? She'd rather bump donuts and snack on a carpet than take a big slab of meat up her hole. But really, I think Hillary probably is asexual. She's more interested in uh power than she is in sex. I think she's one of these people that not interested in any type of sex. She's ruthless and she's disgusting. I think she's the one that led the death trail behind Slick Willie. She did it all to cover up for his his sex crimes, his indiscretions, whatever they were. But there's a long trail of at least accusations that he was doing sexual indiscretions and criminal activity as far as harassing and diddling and forcing himself upon women. But back to that whole thing with Monica Lewinsky. I don't think there was any crimes committed there unless it's against the law to drop your DNA all over the fucking Oval Office. But I'd say that was an unethical thing, right? I mean, she's an intern. He's in a position of power. He's the most powerful man on the planet. And he used that to his advantage so he could put his cigar inside her and then smoke it afterwards. So, anyways, I think that good old Jussie Smollett with his hoaxing situation there. I mean, even if he was assaulted and you call it, he had a noose around his neck. I mean, if someone attacked me and put a noose on me and smacked me around and call me names, I'd call the police. Would I leave the noose on my neck? I'd probably take it off. I think most people will. But anyways, Jussie Smollett got 150 days, and he starts screaming and yelling like the fool that he is, that he's innocent, and if anything happens to him in jail, he didn't do it. Only thing gonna happen to him in jail, he's gonna like, right? You go to jail, you better know how to defend yourself, or else you're gonna get driven up the Hershey Highway. But hell, he likes that. So, he's probably going to be intentionally dropping the soap over there wherever he's serving his time. Anyways, that's it for good old Jussie Smollett. Next person I want to talk about is this Brittney Grimes. For those of you that don't know who she is, she's plays for the WNBA. I guess she's probably like one of the top players. She's 6'9", which probably one of the tallest female players ever. I remember back when she was in the women's Final Four, I was checking her out a bit. I mean, just, that's like the Shaq of the women. When you're that big, you're going to be able to use your size and your strength to help you dominate. And if you have any amount of skill, then, you're going to be a dominant player, which, I don't follow WNBA, and these days I don't follow the NBA anymore. I mean, I used to watch NBA all the time. Basketball, my favorite sport. I don't know if you could see it, but this picture right there where I'm pointing, that's a picture of me when I was a kid. with Magic Johnson. I went to his basketball camp one year. So, needless to say, I think Magic's the greatest basketball player ever. I know most people say it's Michael Jordan, but what I would really think is you can't say who's the greatest uh, NBA player of all time because it's to some extent, you got comparing different eras and different positions, and Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, they played in a different era than Shaq and Patrick Ewing and Olajuwon, and you're gonna compare. Excuse me. It's kind of hard, in my opinion, to compare someone who's playing center, who's you know uh, cleaning the boards, guarding the rim, blocking shots, and on offense, posting up in the middle. At least back in the day when basketball was played the way it was supposed to be played, that's what the centers did for the most part. You're gonna compare that to, you know, someone playing a guard. Point guard has a ball in their hand most of the time, and a lot of people think point guard, uh, their job is more to distribute the ball, get the other players involved. And that's what Magic did. Magic, my argument on him is that basketball is a team sport, and I think Magic was probably the greatest at making those around him better. I mean, it's either him or Oscar Robertson. I mean, Oscar Robertson, he averaged a triple double one season, and everyone tell you what, oh, Jordan did this, that, and the other thing, but Jordan didn't dominate a game the way Chamberlain did. I mean, he's the only person to ever score 100 points in a game. I think one season he averaged 50 points. But I go on and on about the basketball thing. I got off on a tangent there. Supposed to be talking about this woman basketball player, Brittney Griner. So I guess she plays basketball in Russia. And from what I heard, she actually makes more money playing in Russia than she does here in the States. And then, she's one of these BLM. She's a terrorist, right? She supports a terrorist organization. And I wouldn't be surprised if she, did more than moral support and take a knee during the national anthem. And she's got buku bucks. She probably sent them some cash. So in my book, if you're giving money to a terrorist organization, that makes you a terrorist. So in my view, we got an administration right now. I know Kamala Harris, she was sending money to bail out these BLM and Antifa, both of which are terrorist organizations. She was sending money to this fund that was helping these people get out of jail when they were on their crime spree a couple years ago. So in my opinion, we got Potato Joe and Camel Toe. In my book, they're terrorists too. I mean, and they're doing far more damage to this country in the last year than any terrorist ever done. I mean, it's a disgrace. But anyways, this video is not about those two assholes. This is about two other assholes. Back to Ms. Griner. So she's over there in Russia, and I guess I don't know. Was she coming back? Probably get the hell out of Russia. But she got popped with some, I don't know, was it hash or oil or something? She got popped with pot. Hey, she's been playing over there for several years, is what my understanding is. She should fucking realize that, hey, pot's illegal in Russia. If she's got such a habit that she can't go, what is she there, 3-4 months in a row? I mean, she's been living there for part-time for years now, and she doesn't follow the laws. So zero sympathy from me for her, right? I mean, I got nothing against cannabis. I used to partake all the time myself, but got a case of COPD, so I'm not going to be smoking anything anymore. And I know there's edibles, but my experience with edibles is you got to have a large chunk of time set aside to do edible, man. You take a puff, it's going to hit you real quick. And if you don't take any more puffs, you're going to be, back to normal, or at least post-high burnout phase in a quick amount of time. You take an edible, that thing could take, between 20 minutes to an hour to hit, depending on how much food you have in your belly or not. But that's just going to last hours. So, at any rate, I don't care if she wants to do pot, just do it somewhere, where it's legal. Or at least, I go back to decades to what a buddy of mine used to always say, and I used to say the same thing, you know. If you're going to get thrown in jail, the best place to be thrown in jail is the United States of America, you know. We got a constitution. I don't know what it's worth these days anymore and if it's really meaningful. But these other countries, it's a roll of the dice. Why would you fucking commit a crime in a place like Russia? Oh, well, she didn't know. Come on. You leave this country, you assume that pot's illegal. And then, unless you know by good authority, otherwise you're rolling the dice. I'm not saying I ain't never, smoked a little something, something when I was in another country, but you weigh the situation, you figure out, is this a risk I want to take? And if you want to take it, you take it. But I wouldn't be taking that risk in Russia, especially with the situation is right now. I don't think the Russian government is going to be looking too kindly on any U.S. citizen. They might want to make an example of her. So, zero sympathy for Miss Griner. Anyways, I think that's going to be it for this video. I just want to talk about a couple of jackasses who I really don't give a crap about. And I think they're both a couple of insignificant douchebags. But, they're in the news. So I thought I'd cover them. I'm pretty sure people probably could have figured out what my opinion of these two people were without me doing a video. But hey, I like to do videos. I like to rub my mouth off. I hope you like to watch my videos and get a little entertainment value out of them. Maybe catch a little bit of information you didn't hear otherwise. Because most of the time when I post a video, I try to include some links in the description that's covering what I'm talking about. This time I didn't do it because I think everyone knows what these two assholes happened to them, and it's really, to me, it's not all that important. If it was a more serious topic, I would probably put links down below. But hey, if you like the video, give it the old thumbs up, share, subscribe, and if you'd like to throw some comments down below, let me know what you think about these two jackass Smollett and Griner clowns. All right, everyone. I'll catch y'all in the next video.